What's going on, everybody? Jay Lawson here, the Black Statistician, and today I'm going to be talking about what we can learn from the situation with Mariah Carey. For a lot of you guys that don't know, when she broke up with Nick, which I think I believe they might be still legally married or something, or maybe not. But anyway, when she broke up with Nick, she got with a billionaire, and this billionaire guy from I think he's from Australia, and he's supposedly like the what is it? What did he do to get his money? Something with maybe real estate in Australia or something like that. But he's a big no. He's one of the biggest. I think he's a big casino owner or something. It's something like that. He made his billions. He's like the Australian version of, insert your name here. I was going to insert Trump, but, there's a lot of speculation on whether he's even a billionaire. But anyway, so Mariah got with this billionaire, right? And obviously, I see like on the shows like The View and all this stuff, they're always like, oh, yeah, how did she get a billionaire? And I even saw Wendy Williams talking about it. And she's like, we all want a billionaire, don't we, ladies? And everybody's like, yeah, clapping and crap. But, okay, like if we're speaking specifically for the Black community or even Americans and Europeans in general, right? What people need to realize is that when you deal with somebody that's extremely successful, the chance of landing that person statistically for a long time after the success goes down dramatically, right? So what I mean is, for example, if let's say I'm the average guy, right? And I'm working hard towards my success, and I meet, this great girl in college, right? We fall in love, we get married. I'm broke, but she knows I'm working hard. She's supporting me. She's saying, hey, did you study for that test? You want me to come over and cook for you? Do you want me to leave you alone, to help you out? What do you need? And she's like kind of like my backbone. Cause I had when I was in college, I had a girlfriend like that. And I mean, to this day, I still think about getting back with her. Fast forward, we broke up a long time later, but she had a couple of kids and stuff like that. So and distance things and me in the military and stuff like that makes things hard for me to get back with her. But, she's a great girl. And, I may end up looking her up one day and seeing what happens with that. But that's neither here nor there. But my point is, if I'm the average guy, right, and I get that degree, get the master's, start this big business, become a billionaire, right? And after I become the billionaire, I meet a certain person and she's like, oh, you're great. You seem like you're just my type, right? My thought process, and most successful guys are the same way. Their thought process is going to be like, well, what is she after? Is she trying to get my money from me? Because people know the statistics. You don't have to be a statistician like myself to know that, hey, a lot of high percentage of marriages end in divorce, and what people don't realize is it's even higher in minority communities, and it's even higher in interracial marriages. And that's because of a variety of reasons I can talk to you about. But like, for example, like black backlash that they get, just differences in backgrounds and stuff like that. But any situation, it's possible to work through it. I mean, you just have to identify the things that are causing most people to relationships to fail, and then you kind of mitigate that. But you also have to be able to communicate with that person and be able to agree to disagree when you have differences or whatnot. But anyway, back to the subject. So my point is, and I push this to no end, the way to get a successful guy, right, ladies, the way to land a successful man is, well, the number one way, in my opinion, is to get with that guy before the success happens. In other words, when he's on his way to his dream of owning his own fishing store or whatever, right? And I just use that as an example. It sounds silly when I said it, but he's on his way to starting a fishing store. You don't want to get with him. Well, you do. Like, a lot of women want to get with him when he has a chain of 18 fishing stores. And then they're like, yeah, he's perfect. He's a Prince Charming, you know? No, that's not how you do it. You know, you get with him when he's having trouble with that first one. You know, you get in there and you motivate him and be part of his progress, you know? So when he's successful, he's going to see you as an intricate part of his success. And he's going to see you as like his backbone, his strength, the one that, the one that thought that he would do it when nobody else did, that type of thing. You need to set that up, because I'm telling you right now, if this dude's got $2 million, $3 million, $18 million in the bank, and then you get with him and you're like, yeah, I'm real supportive of you, he's going to look at you like you're crazy, you know? And he's going to treat you differently, because in the back of his mind, he's going to be thinking you might be after his money. So he's going to have his guard up. You need these guys to have their guard down, because if you have your guard up, there's no way that a relationship is going to be long lasting. You know, it's a very low probability of that happening. So, you know, if you want, I mean, obviously, if you meet a guy that's successful or whatever, you know, and you disagree with me, you can get with him. But what I want you to do is gauge, you know, his reactions and his responses to you versus somebody that you actually contributed to the success, you know. For example, like if we look at the NBA, for example, take the two, in my opinion, the two greatest players of all times, right? Michael Jordan and LeBron James. So, and if you notice, both of them, and Magic Johnson, we'll throw him in because he's my number 3. 2 out of 3 of them are still with the woman that supported them before the success, before the NBA, right? Cookie was with Magic forever. LeBron's wife, I can't remember what her name is, but she was with him, supported him to no end forever through all that. And then Michael Jordan's wife, she was with him all the way through, almost through his whole career, supporting him when his father passed away, all that, through most, I think, all the championship rings. I mean, now Michael Jordan has a new girlfriend, the Caucasian woman, but it probably stems from the fact that, you know, how's he going to get with, you know, he probably has a preconceived notion of black women now, you know, a psychological problem with black women now. So, you know, he has to feel like he has to change, right? Because there's no black woman that's going to be able to take the place of the one that stayed with Michael Jordan when he was earning his $1 billion or whatever. That's just not, I mean, who's going to compete with that? You know, not to mention at the end of it, I don't know if it got messy or what, but he probably ended up having to give her, well, I know he had to give her like quite a bit of money, you know, several $100 million or something crazy. But, you know, she did deserve it because she stayed with him throughout all that. But at the same time, now he's going to be jaded. And, you know, even if he does marry this woman, it's going to be with a prenup. Whereas like, same thing with Magic Johnson. If God forbid he got divorced, or if LeBron James got divorced, you already know, like, I mean, you already know it, like the way they're going to look at that new person is not going to be like they looked at their rock, their backbone. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. If we just do a little psychological study of that alone, you can see how much more beneficial it would be if your end goal is to be married and stay married, right? Because if your end goal is just to try to get married and divorce and get somebody's money, you know, this isn't obviously going to work. But if your end goal is to get married and stay married, ladies, I'm telling you right now, and guys will agree with me, if you get with them before they are successful and support them to their success, right, and through their success, they're going to know that you're genuine. They're going to know that you're real. They're going to know that you're part of their success, and they're going to want to be with you throughout their lifetime. But anyway, that's my rant for now. If you disagree, go ahead and leave me a comment. If you agree, let me know as well. I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe this video. And remember, always aim towards legendary, because if you miss, you'll land in success. I'm out.